Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Friday, the 18th of October 2018. So the Bitcoin headline is that it may test 7,750. So let's start off with this and have a look. Very quiet at the moment. You can see it's getting a bit tighter now in its sideways range, which is why I have advised to stand aside. They're looking at 7750, wasn't it? Let's just recap there. Yeah, 7750. And we've got the lows down here at 7736. So what they're saying basically is that we could see a bit of selling pressure down to retest this low. In the 4 hour, again, you can see sideways there. And in the 15-minute, very clear that it is sideways. We've got prices trading up to the 200 there, coming back, and then going through on some buying. But even so, still drifting back, and it's only a $50 range. It's a very, very tight range and hardly worth it. Saying that, as I scroll over to the left there, we can see we've got a bit of activity here all of a sudden. This is down to the $8,000 level. That's what this red line is here, psychological level. A lot of volume there as well. So we could actually see a bit of a pickup in this today on the short side. So actually I'll keep an eye on this one, having just seen the market wake up. But again, keep in mind it has been very, very quiet for the last few days. If you do consider trading it, it is very quiet, unless this is sort of the breakout and the shakeout to the downside there, which could be the case, which is about just under $300 down to that level there. Meanwhile, in the stock market, we've got the Brexit bounce fades, short interest slumps signals crash concerns. As far as the crash is concerned, no surprise there, given the implied volatility levels. The Brexit bounce fade, no surprise there either, because it's not a done deal. It's a case, according to what Boris is saying here, wouldn't do politics normally, but as he's saying here, position made clear to MPs, deal or no deal, but no delay. How that pans out in reality, who knows? But that's why the market had the run up, which we can see in both the pound and the stock market. The market moved higher initially on these. There you go, you can see it there. Big move to the upside. Moved all the way in the pre-market session once it closed above the 200 bar moving average. And then when the main event came on, you've just got the double top across here. And then the selling came in and the market was pushed back down to the 200 MA there. And you'll see the market bouncing off this for a bit, coming back 50%, well 60%. And then coming back once more as well. And then overnight prices struggling with the 200 MA. We've got a bit of selling pressure around. And like I say, I'm not surprised, as I've said all week, this market is struggling to get back to the all-time highs that we see here at 27,401. And this is the key for me. Down here you will see over the last few days how quiet this market has been. It's low volume. It needs a lot of volume to drive back to the all-time highs, unless there is a news deal, China-US deal, that will drive the market, but that would be short-lived as well. This market's tired. It's been pumped up on financial methadone, thanks to the Fed. They're now printing again. They're printing even more on the overnight markets for the banks and the repos. There's something going on behind the scenes that is not too good, to say the least. So, as I've said before, I think the money's going into Deutsche Bank to hold this on the highs. So here you can see, even after the announcements this week and the start of QE on the 17th yesterday, this market's making no headway. Interesting price pattern there as well, the same for the last 4 days, up, down, up, down. So yeah, let's see how that moves today. We've got the EU Economic Summit, so I should imagine that Boris is off there then, is he? Carney's out again. He's been out a lot this week. And he's out at 6:45 p.m. So, yeah. It'll be certainly some sort of Brexit-dominated moves today then. And in the pound, you can see yesterday this moving higher, but failing to hold as we look at the 15-minute chart. Here you can see prices trading down to the 200 MA. They get back to the DP, and then they shoot higher, and then come all the way back, right back to the 200 MA, where they have bounced off and then faded below the DP level, and not too far away from the 200 MA as well. So any down move in here, watch for prices finding support here. Any up move, watch for resistance here to come back as well. The UK Parliament is also sitting tomorrow, isn't it, if I recall? First time for about 70 years, to see whether they can get Boris's deal through. We'll just have to wait and see. And finally, let's have a look at a few other things that are going on here. We've got the implied volatility down at 11.41, up slightly. Like I say, there is a risk here because this market is struggling to move higher. We're down in an area where we've seen the implied move higher before. You can see it all the way across here, where there have been corrections in the underlying market. And then also there's your pictorial view, where you can see that we're down in those levels where we could see some sort of correction in the underlying market. 10 years are not inverted, or sorry, the 10-year 3-month is no longer inverted. We're now getting that picture of where we see rates rise. This is going to put pressure on the stock market as well. And let's have a look, see what's going on in Bitcoin, because there's a lot of noise going on here with alarms. So let's just see what it is that's creating this. Well, there you go. Straight through and down. So the selling pressure that they spoke of is certainly well and truly underway there. So that's interesting that it's happened whilst recording as well. So you can see there Bitcoin trading down to the S2 level already. Big move there. This is great though. Bring the volatility back into the market, which is just what we're after. So keep an eye on this one. It's all of a sudden come to life whilst recording here. Okay, that will do it for this one. If there is anything else to report today, I will let you know. But otherwise, as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.